Hello and welcome. In this video, we look into how you can prepare better for your geography exams. This follows the previous video on how to prepare for your exams. So this is part 2. But before we begin, please ensure that you like, share and subscribe to the channel. What you see is a bar graph of the performance from 2020 to 2024, which is from 5 years ago. And on orange, we see that more learners are passing at just above 30%, and as compared to the learners who pass above 40%. So when you are in my community, I expect you to be in the green to pass with at least 40% and above. Here we don't accept passing with 30%, which is level 2. We aim for level 4 and upwards. Writing exams can cause you anxiety and a lot of stress, but in order to eliminate all those things, you need early preparation, especially with subjects like geography, because we have lots of content to go through and with lots of concepts and definitions to memorize, and the entire theory and map skills for you to understand. You need early preparation. What I've seen from my channel and the engagement is that most learners will come to my channel the day before their exams to watch their videos on calculations. Guys, you need early preparation. Watch those videos before you can go into the exam, days before you can go into the exam, not the day before you are writing. So ensure that you prepare early. Early preparation puts you forward and eliminates the anxiety and the stress that comes with writing those exams, especially when now you are going to write your prelims and your finals. Ensure that you prepare as early as you can. So how do you prepare properly for your geography exams? In my previous video, I did mention a thing about examination guidelines, and I gave a whole lot of information on it. But remember, these examination guidelines highlight the topics with which you must focus on when you are studying. They give you information on the weighting, which is mark allocation, and also the time allocation for each topic. And also they give you the types of questions with which you might expect in your upcoming exams. So remember, in my previous video I did mention that it is your scope, so it helps you to study smart. So if I were you, I would go to Google right now, download the examination guidelines for every subject that you are going to write, from your languages up until your major subjects. So download it and use it when you are studying. It will help you a lot. If your teacher hasn't given you information about the examination guidelines, I'm telling you about it right now. Go and download it and you'll see how it's gonna benefit you. And 2 is finding the suitable study methods. So as we are different individuals, we study content differently, but with geography, remember, you are dealing with more of theory and calculations, more theory than calculation studies. So there's a lot of concepts that you need to memorize and also understand, especially when you're dealing with geomorphology. You need to understand basic concepts on those topics. So you need to find the suitable study method that will work for you. Some of you, like myself, I prefer the summary notes, whereby I write my summarized notes from the textbook and not word for word, whereby your textbook or whereby your summary notes are equal to what you've taken from the textbook or are equal to the information from the textbook. So they need to be summarized, and in the end, when I'm done studying my summary notes, I will then quiz myself using the past papers, which is what I'm going to talk about next. But in overall, find the suitable study methods with which you'll be able to memorize the concepts and definitions. Some of you might choose to use all these study methods which I have mentioned here. So you must find what is suitable for you, because I don't want to lie, geography consists of a lot of theory with which you need to study. So finding better methods or finding good methods to memorize every concept and definitions and understanding all the theory really will help you when you go into exam, and it will reduce that anxiety and stress, and it will also put you into that green bar whereby you get your marks at about 40% to distinction. I cannot stop emphasizing the use of past question papers. Guys, when I was in matric, I used past question papers for all my subjects. These question papers help you to quiz and test yourself. So you must collect at least past papers from when you are going to write for 2025. Collect at least from 2021 to 2024 question papers for paper 1 and paper 2. They will help you to recognize the questioning style and patterns. The more you do those question papers, the more you get to understand the question style and the patterns on how they ask these questions in your exams. So remember, you use these question papers after you have studied your material, after you have studied your notes, after you have went through all the concepts, the theory and your calculations. And it is important that when you do these question papers, you time yourself as though you are in the exam. Some lady on TikTok mentioned how when she was in matric, she used to do question papers and she would condition herself as though she was in the exam by wearing the school shoes, switching off the social media and music and everything which will distract you. So you treat yourself as though like you are in the exam when you do these question papers, and trust me, that works 100%. We exist in a society whereby you have to be tested for you to prove yourself. I don't know how many exams I've written to this point, so ensure that you become the better or the smart student when it comes to the exam by studying smart. And lastly, do not spend more time on what you already know. Many of us fall in the trap of saying we are studying and go and look into, or rather study what we already know, neglecting what is hard. So don't find yourself spending more time on what you already know. So with that said, I hope this video helps you on your study, and on my next video I'll be focusing on how to approach and how you can attempt your geography exam. With that said, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Until the next one.